noticed my stream dropped. It's still pouring down pretty good. Easiest season skill in life, but that's it. My cruise dropped out just a couple minutes ago because it's, well, it's back now, but it dropped out probably because it just couldn't see anything. The radar got all fuzzy, and it's still, yeah, it's, cruise is trash right now. This rain is just not helping. Now we're getting into more traffic as we get closer to Columbus. I'm about, oh, I don't know, pretty close. It says I'll have 3% if I keep driving all the way home here. I imagine I'm about, this is saying 65 miles total, about 22 miles to stay on 70, so that's probably at 670, which is what I'll be doing anyway. I'm still surprised this thing doesn't complain about going for a charge. I'm down to 29%, and I've been back up to 372 watt hours per mile. That's pretty nuts. It's raining and you can't see the lines. I mean, there's like 3 lanes here, and it's not even seeing the other 2 lanes. Autopilot can't see the other 2 lanes. Now, it might pop up for a moment. It sees the other cars because of radar. Barely. Well, not barely. It does see that they're there, but... Bug report. Why won't this say the go charge? I'm down to 3%. There's a supercharger in the route. 2% get home. I don't think this thing realizes that I'm not going to make it because I'm not going to go by what it tells me. I'm just going to go charge. I mean, it's almost 9 now. This thinks I got another hour to go, but I've got another half an hour charge I need to sit through, so it's gonna be past 10, which is alright. It's the weekend, I guess. I'm getting out later. Much drive like Bjorn. I mean, he just hammers it the entire time. I was too for a while. I mean, this thing actually does handle pretty well. I mean, these tires aren't great in like icy conditions. Heavy snow is like, but these tires are pretty decent. They could be better. I mean, they're not great-ish, but they're pretty good. I wouldn't call them excellent. I would call them good tires. They're good tires. And the car handles great, but with good tires. So these are all seasons. It's above freezing, so it's obviously. There's got to be at least somebody there because it's Saturday night. It's hanging out. Supercharger session is done. I mean, it doesn't take. There's 72 kilowatt hours, so it's going to out as that's another thing. There's 72 kilowatt hour or kilowatt chargers. They're not the 120 that you would get at Lima. So the half an hour that I spend there is only going to give me about half as much as what I got Lima. But I don't need as much because I'm only about 45 miles, 50 miles from home from there. So even if I get another 20 to 30%, that's going to be about, 30% is going to be about 90 miles. And that's plenty. Especially with this crappy weather. So I don't feel like going to Grove City. I'm going to go to the garage because I don't want rained on. How about that? I want to go to the urban supercharger one because I haven't been there yet. since they opened it. Which I've been in the garage before, just not with the charger there. But I don't want to get wet again. So that's what I'm doing. Section of it, because there's patches all over the place because it's chipped and it's been on it. Chips in the pavement. Getting past that. Wipers, what the hell? This YouTube channel might not last long, especially if I do these, because I'll get so many hits on it. Maybe, maybe not. I hope not. My head. It hurts. 5 miles to 270. There we go. That's what I want. No, it switched over to 65 instead of 70. So everyone's going slow now. Or slower. For 670. say here's 270. Bug report, trying to swerve into the wrong lane. So this is saying 1% to go home. And what if I continue through, it'll be 1%. I have to stay below 60. No, I'm not doing that. Charger it definitely is. I have planned on that. Especially in this crappy weather. So that's one thing you need to realize when you get an EV. What your range is and what's going to affect your range. This wind and rain definitely does. Definitely does. Down to 19% is yellow, and it won't tell me.
Keep right to stay on Interstate 70 east toward Columbus.
I bet you if I tell you now to go home, you're gonna tell me to go charge. Finding superchargers for your trip. Duh! I need to go charge. Bug report. Navigation will not suggest a supercharger once it gets to a certain battery level. Bug report. 1% is not enough to get to the destination in wind and rain. Suggest a supercharger.
Exit 96.
So I'm going to have 17% roughly, which is 1% lower than what I got now when I get to the supercharger. So I just filled out, or sent a couple of bug reports, because this thing should tell you after a certain point, like 10%, like, hey, you might want to go to a supercharger. Hey, you might want to charge up, because this is going to be like really close. If it's going to be yellow or red, by the trip meter, then maybe you should probably go charge. And it typically will tell you to go charge, like right now, once it gets down to like 10%.
In 1 mile.
Or if it's real cold, it'll do that.
East toward Airport.
But I don't know. It obviously hadn't suggested this time around. Slow down after you get over and try to pass me on the
keep
road.
left to stay on Interstate 670 East.
Maybe you're getting off the highway. That you're on the 315. That would be awesome too. So at least I'm in familiar territory now. I'm back in Columbus. I'm about to get off the interstate.
on the right. In 500 feet, keep right to take exit 4B toward US 23 North, 4th Street. Now keep right to take exit 4B.
This ramp sucks because you have to slow down way too quick for it. But here's the garage right to the right.
Right onto East Goodale Street.
And I'm gonna slip around here.
Now your destination
here's the
is on the left.
superchargers. Why my camera is not well, didn't realize that there are other ones on the other side here. Alright, here I am. So I just went paid for my parking. What is here? So I'm at the Columbus Supercharger, the urban superchargers, which are only 75 kilowatt. I was down to about 17%, and I just went paid for parking because it's a paid parking garage, which is dumb. They pay per the hour, which is $2, which is dumb. But I'm getting 70 kilowatt. So I really only need to charge up to maybe 50%, and I'll be just fine. Actually, I probably can charge up to 35% and be just fine. But I might as well get my hour's worth, because this is going to be a waste of my time for $2 for an hour. So, yeah, I mean, I paid for parking $2, per hour, and I mean, I don't know. I have to leave by 10:06. Ridiculous as it is, I need to pay for parking. To sit in my car for 20 minutes. 20 minutes to charge. Now I can see what the J1772s, they're slow charge. But I need a quick charge. So I'm not going to be here for more than an hour. I'm not even probably going to be here for more than a half an hour. But that's the way it is. Complete. Wait, you didn't go park and pay for parking? And you probably should. He doesn't know his plate number because he doesn't have front plate on. He's got to look at his ass end of his plate. Hilarious. Stupid ass phone. I might as well do this again. Alright, so give me a second. Alright. So again, I'm supercharging. This is a 75 kilowatt charger. I'm getting 70 kilowatts, which is great. And now I have about 15 minutes to go before I have to get going. Now, this number for supercharging, it will tell you when you're in a trip how long you need to really supercharge for, and then it'll change to like whatever your rate is or your limit is. So but yeah, basically I had to wait at least 15 minutes and I paid for an hour for parking, which is silly, stupid, but you know how it is. And you got this Fusion over here, which thinks they're special because it's hybrid. I'm not sure if it's a plug-in. Not sure if it's a plug-in hybrid, but it's a Ford Fusion. Yeah, it's a plug-in. Sweet. Hey, you know, that's what they're there for. They're for, you know, if plug-in hybrids want to, you know, come over and plug in, that's cool. I have no problem with that. I'm going to use the supercharger while I can. I'm probably all wonky on my working job too. I love the fact that they have this sign over here. Reserve parking, electric vehicle only. It's hilarious that people want to be douchebags and like block charging ports. Like this van here. This van and a Tesla supercharger. Hold on, I need a picture of that. That's just stupid. Do. Hi, van. Are you plugged in? No, you're a minivan. Minivan at the supercharger. Right in front of the parking sign. So, it's getting busy over here. There's a pre-facelift S that just pulled in. So now we got 4 Teslas parked, about to charge, and you got this douchebag over here that's a freaking Toyota minivan plugged in, or not plugged in, because you know you got this electric charging. It's electric charger because people need to charge. I need to charge. Don't be blocking ports. I don't know if these will label 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, but I thought they would be. I don't know. %. Alright, I'm gonna film some more here. Keep tabs on my charging here. Now, I don't get this. This is a Toyota minivan at a Tesla supercharger spot. There's another charge pedestal right behind on the other side that someone could have stopped there and parked. You see right over here, right in front of where they parked, reserve parking, electric vehicle only. Why haven't they been towed yet? Did they pay for parking? You have to pay for parking right there. I paid for parking. There was a parking attendant over there at the gate that did come over and take a look at the there was a parking attendant. There was a parking attendant that came over and basically looked at the car as I was pulling in. Gave me a thumbs up because I'm a Tesla. I can plug in, I can charge. What's up with this van? I don't know. Hope he gets towed. Another really interesting thing about having a Tesla and a supercharger, especially in an setting like this. You're in a parking garage, you're paying for parking, but you're sitting in the car. You're not going to be here that long. You're sitting in the car. So you're going to be doing something else, playing with your phone, using the web browser. Let me show you this. Web browser. Now, you're going to be sitting in the Now, again, you're going to be sitting in the car, and look at this. Yeah. You're going to be playing on your phone, or you're going to have this pulled up on your screen. A web browser. Now, this is PlugShare. This is a site that you can look up all sorts of different Now, this is PlugShare. This is off my browser in my car as I'm sitting here. I can play games. I can do all sorts of things in the car while I'm supercharging. I can play games. I can play Centipede, Lunar Lander, all these things while I'm sitting in the car. But I had to pay for parking because I'm parked. But I can do other things. You know, I can sit here and I can do other things. I can sit here when I'm supercharging and skip. Don't need. I'm just going to show you what all you can look up here on PlugShare, and if you log in, it'll already have it set to whatever settings you had before. Now the browser's not that great. What's this BMW doing? Are they a plug-in? What's this BMW doing? They just happened to pull in. This lady's sticking her ass out, doing something. Was she getting dropped off so she don't have to get wet in the rain? I'll take a paper. Oh, it's the S. Alright. Or the S. That's cool. I don't give a shit. Anyway. This is plug share. So, you can see here, I'm at the supercharger. This browser needs some work. It does. Because it doesn't take taps very well, especially on things that pop up. Sometimes you have to hold your finger down on it. There we go. So, oh, there's also that one. Cookies. And sometimes it's just better just to hit the up and down arrows. But here we are at the garage. You can see these are the Tesla chargers, and these are the J1772s for Leafs and plug-in hybrids and whatever else. And you can see around there's other chargers, slow chargers around. The fast chargers are the orange ones, like the Tesla charger. But you can sit here and look up. You can sit here and look up all kinds of stuff on the browser. You can read the news. You can play on your phone. All sorts of things. And I'm still getting about 71 kilowatt. 72. Sweet. But I'm 44%. I mean, I don't need to charge that much. I just need enough to get home, which this changed to what it's going to take to get to the full limit. And I don't need to charge for 50 minutes. So I got here at 9:06. It is now 9:24. And in 2 minutes I can unplug, and in 20 minutes be out of here. And I paid for 1 hour of parking. Pretty stupid, but you know what it is. They want their money. They can have it. Alright, I'm about to unplug here. Like I was saying to my camera when I was filming, I got enough to go home. More than enough. And I spent 20 minutes here, and I paid an hour for parking. Pretty silly, but that's the way it is. So, now I want to get home. So, I'm going to unplug and get. So, just to show you, oh, these are labeled. So this is 4B. I didn't want to plug in where the other guys are. There we go. That's covered up. So that must be 1A, 1B. Alright. Alright, time to head home. So, yep. like to know how the hell you were supposed to get out of here with stupid people. This is pissing down the fucking rain. So, pulling out of that parking garage, I realized what that minivan was. And that was the parking attendant. Or maybe a cop. Or somebody. Because they had a yellow vest that's sitting there. And obviously, the parking attendants that were handling the gates had the same vests on. Of course, you know, that's making an assumption, but basically it was one of the people that worked there at the parking garage. Which is kind of silly, but, you know, whatever. Stream crapped out again. It may have dumped out when I was for an hour for parking, for 20 minutes to sit there. I got plenty of charge to get home. Whatever. People were being stupid, turning left at the exit of the garage, when it should really be a right turn only. But it is what it is, I guess. The one minivan that was sitting there, that must be a parking attendant van. Not sure if you heard that, but Oh, you
In
dumbass.
1,000 feet, take exit 107.
Whatever. Damn long. That's not good. Master slowed down right and splashed the shit out of my windshield. Pissed me off. Of course, that was surprising. A little scary, but not really. I mean, this handled better than what I thought it did during that. Camping around people's cars to get splattered by a fucking rain. Can't see. The damn road, but be mindful of the road itself. Dare you go around me. I want to flash your fucking rear view mirror. hard to follow your goddamn license if you're fucking not in the goddamn lane. the stretch going out of Columbus is always so backed up for like the next 10 miles. Mostly with semis. Like the sport steering on this. It's pretty good. I don't know if I want it for everyday driving, but at least when driving in rain and I don't know, I thought comfort I can't even talk. Comfort was better with snow, but you know, thinking that allow the wheels to react better. But it might not be. Not sure.